Imagine 5 guys in a basement somewhere with a radio link to the spacecraft. Imagine they have one of their members on the flight controller list at JPL the night that the last commands were being uploaded to the spacecraft. Because on Friday night, remember, they lost it on a Saturday. They told the world on a Sunday right after I got off the air with Bev and French. On Friday night, 2 nights before, they sent up the last computer commands for what the spacecraft should do on its own to put itself safely into orbit around Mars.
Right.
Which included navigation, last-minute instructions for what star sites, everything you need to do it by itself. Because you can't do these things from Earth because the radio lag time. It's like 35 minutes to make a one-way phone call to Mars from Earth at that distance.
Sure, so you pre-instruct it.
You have to pre-instruct, and the computer has to have a clock, and it says, okay, it's 10:37, I will execute command A957 now.
Right.
And it does it.
Right.
And then it reports home that it did it. Except in this case, it never reported home. Because part of those commands said, oh, by the way, before you begin any of this stuff, turn off your radio. Dumb. Really dumb, Art. This is NASA. It's amazing.
So in other words, Richard, at the moment of loss, which was when they were supposedly pressurizing, I'm trying to pull this from my memory.
You got it.
They're pressurizing tanks.
Yep.
The radio at that point was off?
Deliberately turned off. So there was no engineering data. Now, in all kinds of other scenarios, and I could spend the rest of the evening or morning discussing all the wonderful ups and downs of the space program where there's been a failure, a problem, and it's because the engineers have telemetry that they were able to reconstruct the problem, what went wrong, and prevent it in the future. That's the whole idea. You don't keep doing the same dumb thing if you learn from your dumb thing, right? So, it's like a golden rule in space. Never turn off the radio. It's like shooting yourself in the head.